Oh my days, what a time to be a Manchester United fan. Wow, wow, wow. Welcome back to my channel, people. Man City, Uno, Man United, Dos. What did we learn from that game? Yeah. You know what? Before the game, a friend of mine, a member of the channel, messaged me and said, Faz, what are your thoughts going into this game? And I normally say, oh, this player, that player, we need to watch out for this. I'd like to see this player play. I'd like to see Ruben do this. But before the Man City game, I simply said, you know what? When it's teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, it's a straight up punch up. It's just battle. Just win your battles. Win your first and second balls, win your ground duels, pass the ball amongst each other, and just impose yourself, especially when you're playing away from home. It's just a punch up thing for me. I'll be deadly honest. When it comes to derby days, yeah, I don't look at tactical breakdowns and stuff like that because it gets overcooked. Sometimes it's just about who wants it more on that day. And you know what? We wanted it more. We deserved it more. And we showed it on the pitch. There were periods of the game where many fans on the watch along that me and Saeed did, they were saying, you know what? It's boring. It's a snooze fest. But me, Saeed, Nurdin, Rance, we all enjoyed it because we were seeing the game for what it was. It was controlled. There was team cohesion. There was a pattern of playing up from the back or trying to pass it to the wing backs. We saw an identity that Ruben has installed in this team. Now let's rewind a little bit before we even get to the game. Bro, the statement made by Ruben Amorim. You know what that tells me? That tells me he's actually the boss. And not just by title because he's the coach of Manchester United. He's running the show. He's the captain who's steering this ship. How many managers has Marcus Rashford played under? We've said many times, Marcus Rashford is undroppable. He's bigger than the club at times, the way he behaves and the way he gets picked every game. It's been so many seasons. Now, yes, Marcus has scored a lot of goals. Yes, he's had a lot of appearances. Yes, he's a Manc born and bred and he's red through and through. But he's not bigger than the club and nobody is undroppable at any given moment. Rotations is needed. Form should be considered. Attitude should be considered. There's many players who played for Man United bigger than Marcus Rashford who've had attitude issues, issues off the pitch, issues with their personal life, and Sir Alex Ferguson handled them accordingly. And Ruben, the way he made the statement is what I look at more than anything. He didn't just say, oh, it's because of training levels or it's because they have to earn their spot, it's because of performance. He specifically mentioned when it came to Alejandro Garnacho and Marcus Rashford, the way they eat, the way they dress themselves before a game. I notice everything. He's got his coaching staff who are also reporting to him because he's not everywhere. He physically he can't be everywhere, but he's got eyes and ears everywhere. They're all watching. He's got the staff members, the coaching staff, getting buy-ins from other members of staff in Carrington, and he's getting word of them. He's probably even got word of people on the streets. He's got his coaching staff probably locked in the streets, hearing bits of news about who's going out, who's doing what. And that is what Manchester United needed. Manchester United lacked, right, this fear factor when it came to the manager. Alejandro Garnacho, right, him and his brother liking tweets, his brother trolling people online. Now, family members can do whatever they want, sure. But when you are a family member of a football club of that caliber, you have to rein it in. You have to know what you're doing. You have to be media trained, and you can't respond to things. Garnacho responding to comps of his that are poor comps. Alejandro Garnacho liking tweets that are undermining the manager, liking tweets about his colleague Martinez making a mistake. Obviously, the massive incident between myself and Garnacho where he responded to me saying, why are you not playing? Many people, thousands, hundreds of thousands, nearly millions of people, absolutely hated me from one corner to the other corner of the world. I've had messages from Egypt, India, Pakistan, China, Singapore, Denmark saying, we don't like you for what you done to Garnacho. This was unprofessional. This is this. You don't deserve to watch Man United. And the best way to sum it up is I said it to Dallo so many times, and a lot of people said what you said, or you shouldn't say that, or it's the player you said it to. You could have said it to a different player who's a bit more senior. Listen, you play for Man United, you're a senior player. Simple as. This age factor is I don't understand. And then Garnacho scoring and not celebrating as well. I don't understand why he would do that, because I just don't get it. You score for your club, you celebrate because you've helped the team score a goal. You've given the fans what they have paid for and what they support you for. And I'm really, really not sorry to say this, but he plays for himself. Because what other example can you give and make from his performances in the last good few games? He's had 100 appearances for Manchester United, don't forget. When he came from the academy, he seemed like a lovely, lovely kid. But now as he's grown older into a young man, I don't know what's gotten into him. Because I just gave him some fair criticism. And you see, the thing is, pressure doesn't make diamonds. After pressure comes heat. Can you sustain heat? It clearly seems like he can't. Because Amad Diallo has suffered so much. Loan, bench, not in the squad for how many years? And now he performs like this when he gets his chance. Can anybody looking at this video, watching this video, comment down below and tell me that they see Alejandro Garnacho becoming the caliber of player Amad Diallo is, or anywhere near? Be honest with yourself. Don't have to disagree or agree with me. Just be honest with that question, because I don't see it. I ask fans all the time when I meet them on the street, people in shops and whatever, in car parks and wherever. Faz, I say, do you think Garnacho can become that player that you think? Can Ruben Amorim mold him into a better dribbler? Can Ruben Amorim teach him decision making? Because you shouldn't be taught that at this level. What goes around comes around, and the truth always comes out, and the cream always rises to the top. And Amad Diallo, that's what's happening. He didn't just score any goal. He scored a fantastic goal against Liverpool in the cup run, from a bad pass from Garnacho. And then he scored again. Funnily enough, the last game that we played, Garnacho could have passed it to Amad, but he decided to pass it to Anthony, and Anthony scuffed the ball. You can see for yourself sometimes when Garnacho can square the ball, but he decides to shoot. We do not need Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho to be successful. Many players have left Man United. Many better players have left Man United. And we will be fine after these two as well. The fact that the team played, no pun intended, but united, that's what we wanted to see all this time. And Ruben has shown in a handful of games that you can do that. Harry Maguire deserves so much praise. I have to circle back and give my credit to Harry Maguire, because I have been extremely vocal about Harry. Extremely vocal. I've doubted him. I've questioned him. I've questioned his loyalty to the club so much. And Harry has done exactly what Garnacho needed to do. Is shut up and prove it on the pitch and get my buy-in. Get your buy-in. Get our buy-in. And Harry, look, now we're having conversations where we're saying, bro, keep Harry Maguire. Because to replace his physicality in this current market is going to set us back 60 M's, 50, 60 M's. Go and get another centre-back anyways, a younger centre-back. Lindelof is going to go, so we're going to need bench players anyways, and have an understudy, someone who can grow into that position. De Ligt is there, Martinez is there, Euro is there. You need Maguire, and you need another player, another centre-back. Do you know what I mean? I expect that he can definitely continue this level of performance, because his professionalism and his attitude, that's all I got to say. That is all I got to say. Andre Onana, listen, uncomfortable. It is going to get uncomfortable the way I talk about Andre, because, bro, he just simply doesn't dive. His kicking is overrated. I'll be honest. He'll get the odd great pass, but 7 out of 10 times, 6 out of 10 times, the passes that he's making to the wing-backs are going to the fans. And I don't understand why or how. Some of the goals that we concede, or some of the set pieces that we concede, you'd expect him to be coming out and grabbing the ball. He's punching it out, or he's kneeing Casemiro, or he's stuck on his line. He's not commanding the box. I wanted more from him. And yes, he's made some really good saves, but that's his job. He's not improved, in my opinion, because he's not done better than when he was in Inter Milan. He hasn't. So he hasn't improved. He's gone from poor form to an okay, decent form. But he needs to do loads better. Dallo needs to do loads better. But that is not his position. That is the only grace I can have. If Dallo was playing like this on the right-hand side, I would be telling you straight up right now, Dallo, thank you for your services, bro. The system doesn't suit you. Thank you. I love you to death. But Dalot on the left-hand side, it's not his position. He's trying to accommodate. Let's see what Man United do in the summer and how we utilize Dalot, because I still believe he can be a great right-sided centre-back or a right wing-back. I do believe that wholeheartedly. Mason Mount, time is over. I'm really, really sorry. I can't be sentimental. We were sentimental with Luke Shaw. And we have, I hate to say this, but we have paid 28 million while he's just been injured 4.5 years out of his 9-year career. Can't have that with Mason Mount. He was not like this at Chelsea. He wasn't this injury ridden, but now he is. We've got to tighten it up. Bruno Fernandes, lot of sloppy passes. Chance came to him 1v1. Should be bagging that. Chances don't come enough against big teams. And if we want to climb the table, we have to take points of teams like Spurs, Arsenals. We need to be taking points of them. And when chances like these come, you have to take them. We're very fortunate that we've got a player like Amad Diallo. The penalty that we conceded, I was hoping that Amad's going to shoot. But guess what? Composed got us a penalty. And then the goal from Ahmad, the pass from Lisandro Martinez, crisp. That's what he needs to do more. That pattern of Ahmad running in, and the ball was so deep, yeah. For Lisandro and Ahmad to connect like that, we've been working on it. We have been working on it in the train. To do that against Man City, bro, I am not hearing that Man City are a poor team. They're in a poor form. They are poor in terms of form, but they're not a poor team, bro. I am not having that. Haaland, Foden, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Edison in net. Bro, you cannot tell me they're a poor team. All of those players walk in majority of the teams, bro, in the Prem. And even in Europe. Fantastic players. They've just done a madness. 4 in a row. Ruben Amorim is truly setting levels as to what could have been achieved with Man United that Eric couldn't. Eric did win trophies. He did. You can never deny that. But the football, the energy, the direction is much better. Some of the games that we're winning at the moment, it's a bit, nerve-wracking and it's bad for the nervous system. But overall, listen, you are seeing it on the pitch. I don't mind when people comment saying snooze fest, because I see controlling football. When the ball is in our possession, they cannot score. If we need to pass back and pass sideways, we will do it over and over again. Because against Man City, we did not panic. We did not rush. That is the key. We did not overcook. We did not overcomplicate. We didn't overcompensate any pass. Ugarte, under the radar. And I'm not going to hype him up. You know why? Not because I don't like him, but because I don't want people to gas him up and then absolutely go in on him if he has a bad few games. Because this guy is class, man. He's class. Mazraoui is the signing of the season in any football club, bro. Oh my goodness. Bro, for the price tag that we got Mazraoui, yeah, I wish there was a Ballon d'Or for signing of the season, bro, because that guy deserves it. Absolutely deserves it, man. Humble brother, keeps it low-key, just getting about with his business. And boy, he held Doku down. He was knackered by the end when Doku dropped him with some shimmy. But bro, he's amazing. I still get the odd messages from Man United fans trying to swear at me and whatever. I couldn't give a fuck at this point because my team is winning. Our team is winning. And we're playing football in the right direction. I have faith that we can beat Spurs. Against Spurs on Thursday in the Carabao Cup, I expect Man United to rest Mazraoui. So my starting 11 would be Binder, Maguire, Euro, Martinez, Lindelof, or Evans. Martinez, Maguire, and Euro. Let's go with that. And then Linda can come on for Martinez, or Evans can come on for Martinez. Midfield, I'm going with Kobe Mino, Casemiro. I'm going fullback Anthony on the right-hand side, Malacia left-hand side, Bruno Fernandes in one of the 10s, Xerxes, and Højlund. That's what I'm going with. But I don't think that's going to be the starting lineup anyways. I think it's going to be Marcus Rashford and Bruno in the 2 10s, Rasmus Højlund, or Marcus Rashford, Bruno, and Xerxes in the front 3. I think it's going to be Ugarte and Casemiro in the middle that the manager's going to play. I think it's going to be Anthony and Malacia as the wing-backs, and the back 3, I think that's what he's going to pick. That's what I think he's going to do. But I would have wanted to see Xerxes, Bruno, and Højlund. Mino needs to play in the 10 at some point because, bro, his control in the box was silly. Against Man City, bro. About 5 players around him and he's toying with them. And then he did back heel flick for the pass. So you're taking the piss. Against Man City, bro. You're taking the piss. This guy needs to play in the 10 with Ahmad. It has to be Bruno and Ugarte in the 8s and Ahmad and Mino in the 10s. And we are going silly, bro. We're doing silly things. Bruno and Ugarte is running alone. That midfield is lock up. Casemiro and Ugarte alone, midfield is lock up. That is what I want to see. We do not need superstars. Finally, we have a sample of data of 90 minutes, yeah, against the Premier League 4-time winning team where Rashford and Garnacho didn't play, and we were fine. We were fine. Let that sink in. Statement made. Rance was right. I was right. Yeah, Saeed was right. It was time for these two players. When we said players are the problems, these two, they need to go ASAP. Comment down below what you learned from the game. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What did you see differently? And I'll pick them up on the next video. Take care, people. I'm out.